Hello, everybody. A little technical issues. Well, actually, we're not that late, so little Wi-Fi thing going there. Uh, just going to type in my message, and we'll get started. So just settle in, and I'll be right with you, focused on you, and not typing. Uh, here we are. Okay. So another little, excuse me, coming into being. Taking the time to get settled into our from our busy day into ourselves and taking that time for ourselves to get centered and realigned. And it's always good to do that every, in between. I actually sometimes when I think about it, I like to do that like between activities. Like I've just finished eating, and before going on to the next activity, is just to kind of sit down for just a few moments and just take that moment to really connect back into myself, recenter, realign, and then move forward. And that's just has a nice way of pulling me back in center. And then when I step into the next thing that I that I do, um, it just kind of has a fresh feeling because I'm fully present, I'm fully focused in here and in what's coming next. So that's a nice way to like put everything that's come before aside and then move forward so you're fully focused on what's ahead of you. And coming into being, so we're just providing that space for people to come and take that moment for themselves, wherever you are, and whether it's morning or evening or middle of the day for you. I think we've got people who join from different areas, so all of it is good. So let's just get started. And oh, Glenna, hey Glenna, good to see you. Uh, so let's get started by just kind of taking a moment to come into your environment, into the present moment of your environment, and just look wherever you are. And you're making me think of snow up there. Last time we were talking, there was so much snow on the ground. Maybe hopefully it's warming up a little bit up there in your way. Um, but take a moment to look at what's around you and look at little details. We have a tendency to glance over things very quickly, and just take a little time to look at details. So if you're looking, like I'm looking at a tablecloth here, and noticing like the folds on the tablecloth, and the colors and the shading and things like that, or whatever you're sitting on, and allowing yourself to really come into the present moment. So this is just taking that moment and really looking around, looking where you're located in the moment will help to do that. And while you do that, allow yourself to kind of be aware of your breathing also. So let's all take a minute to just do that. Notice like the lighting. Light's kind of interesting because it will bounce around, like you might have the light coming in from the window, but then it's hitting a wall or a mirror and bouncing back. So you're having the light and the reflection of the light coming at you. So that's kind of an interesting thing to play with. And sound is also interesting to pay attention to. I live up above the street right now, and it's interesting how the sound comes up so quickly, and it sounds like I'm right at street level in some ways, the way it comes up. So notice also the smells, and of your environment. Does it smell cold? Does it smell hot? And it's kind of an interesting way to pay attention to smells by the temperature. Anybody who lives in a really cold country will have a sense of that. Is that it's kind of like there's something about the air just smells different when it's really cold out than when it's warm out. Then coming into your breath more, letting your energy, your mental energy just kind of pull back and move down, slide down. Hey, Pure Love is joining in also. Miss, yeah, oh, let's just opening up the space here a little bit more. So keep focusing on your breath and really coming into the movement of that breath. And a lot of times when I slow myself down enough, it's a very interesting feeling because there's a sense of whole movement. Instead of it just being my chest moving, it's like everything, like the air around me is moving with me. So of course, right around you is your energy field. And when you start to slow down enough, you start to have a sense of that movement. And it feels like everything is moving with you. Like I said, the air around you breathing with you. So let's see if we can get to that point because that's really takes a little deeper space to be in. And just quieting the mind. Yeah, nice. Falling into kind of a deeper rhythm of the self when we do that. So focusing on our breath, one of the things that it does is it helps us tune into our innate rhythm. And because that breath is you, is your body taking in air and releasing it out. And there's a certain rhythm to it. And if you pay attention to your breath, you'll have a sense of the rhythm you're in, and maybe that rhythm is a little off. So some of you are in a more balanced rhythm, and some of you are a little bit more of an edgy rhythm. Maybe you're in the middle of your work day. So if that's the case, just take a deep breath in, and we can all do this together. Just take a nice deep breath in, pulling that energy all the way up through your legs, through your feet, through your legs, your torso, filling your body up completely and holding it at the top. Let's just keep holding it for a little bit longer than you're inclined to hold it. And then when you feel you can't hold it in anymore, one more count, And then exhale through the mouth, just allowing everything to just release. Any tension, any stress, anything that's come before the present moment to just release out. Now that's better. It's already a lot better. Yeah. Letting everything in your mind just go out, relax out. Let's just put it aside for the moment. Can come back to it later. And just keep allowing that breath to take you more deeply. So that makes us more receptive when we can be in a more relaxed place. Makes us more centered, and when we're more centered, we can respond more appropriately. So today, we're just going to go into kind of a deeper, still place. I won't be talking so much. Maybe once in a while, just to keep you on track a little bit. Allowing yourself to just sink into the breath and sink into that inner stillness that's deep inside. I just posted something about that on Instagram. And it doesn't matter what's going on around you, even what's going on inside of you. If you go deep enough, if you go past all that, whatever tension is going on inside of you as well as externally, deep down in the core of your being is that place of stillness. Just allowing your breath to guide you more deeply. And we're kind of slowly getting there. Sometimes when you go into these deeper places, you can go in immediately, and sometimes it just takes a little bit more just sitting with whatever comes up, focusing on the breath. And like right now, there's a little bit of it's almost like surface tension, like with water, surface tension. So we just are at that surface tension. And you don't need to do anything. You just need to be present, to be in that kind of quiet. And so the breath, focusing on the breath, the in and out breath, helps us to be more present and just be. And that surface tension will just break, and you sink in deeper. It might suddenly break, or it might just be a slow, feels like to me it's feeling a little bit more slow right now for breaking. Just kind of, it's a gentle kind of releasing it out. And then you reach a point, we're not quite there yet, but we're kind of we're closer. We're kind of halfway there, where it's making me think of the sound of the wind, like in winter, or just snow-covered plains, or even just at night when it's very still in winter and snow's on the ground and there's that stillness, that hush, and that quiet sound of the wind, just gentle wind just kind of blowing over the snow. And maybe you're there completely, or maybe just part of you is there. Maybe there's some tension in some area of your body, but so some of you is more relaxed, more present with that stillness. Another part of you isn't. That's all right. Just keep breathing into that stillness. Just aware of the tension wherever it is in your body and your mind and wherever. And just keep with the just with the awareness on the breath as you notice these other things that come up. It's funny how being can feel like the hardest thing to get to when it's really the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing because it's just there. It would just be nothing else. It's the hardest thing because everything we learn about how we're supposed to move through life is the complete opposite. It's all about doing. The actions that we take, the things that we say, the people we connect to, the choices that we make, all that is doing. So it takes a lot of unlearning. And just having that stillness and being in that moment of stillness doesn't have to be long. It can be just a few moments, a few seconds, just a moment that lasts a few seconds or however long it lasts, to just be able to reset ourselves. Let the physiology reorient, realign, recenter. Release. As we disengage from what we do not need to be focused on in this present moment. Disengaging from what has come before, which is every moment the next one. When we step into the next one, we release that previous moment. Then when it's always interesting to do this because there's all these kind of different stages that you go through in just being in that stillness. You kind of hit a place where it is just getting to feel rejuvenative, um, rejuvenating the physiology. Because there's been enough unwinding here for everybody on the call, live or post facto. Where the physiology, I can actually feel that. It's like the physiology uh, there's like this opening up that's happened because there's this relaxation when we relax. It's like there's more space, um, and when there's more space in the whole physiology, there's more space. It's sort of like also the cells have more chance to. It's like they have more room to move around, to breathe. It's an interesting experience. No, and it's like you when you have more space to be yourself, when you can relax into just being yourself and not have to kind of prove anything or show anything or be a certain way, where you can just be yourself. There's that joy of expression, of pure expression that comes through. So it's like I'm actually feeling that at the cellular level happening here. And I'm just going to work on, some of you have a little bit extra tension, so just clearing out what I see here for people in a general manner. Yeah. Oh. And giving yourself that time to take back control, to come back into saying, no, I'm the one who's in charge here of my being myself. And here's this moment for you to do so. So, rejuvenating all your systems, reorienting all those mental processes to come into deeper alignment with your pure source, your essence, the deepest expression of you. Whether you know what that is or not, it doesn't matter. Your system knows. The intelligence, there's an inherent intelligence in the system, yours, but the whole of existence knows exactly what to do. Just this little piece, mental piece, has to get out of the way. Rebuilding that inner strength, that deeper coherence. Just refreshing that state of being. And really nice place to come into, and to bring ourselves back into whenever we need it. It's like you can never do this too much. The only time you can do it too much is if you're actually escaping out. But when you stay really connected with yourself, your body, your breathing, you're really present with yourself, you can't do that too much. The too much happens when people are doing it in a way that disconnects them and pulls them out. But reconnecting to ourselves, reconnecting in any area that we have gotten disconnected in, realigning it all to our pure essence. A very nice place to be. Wow, really connecting to that strength of the earth, actually. But it's the new earth. Okay, I'm really going to specify here because there's a big shift happening with everything, and the planet is one of those things that is shifting. So the new earth. It's like there's this opportunity that presents itself whenever there's anybody, by yourself or in a group. It doesn't matter the size of the group. Two people as a group. Coming into that stillness and that deep inner alignment to self. because coming into that deeper alignment to self is coming into deeper alignment with the whole of existence. And strengthening everything in existence as you do that, as we do that. There's just this ripple effect that is taking place, strengthening that coherence, you know, across the board. And this is one of the best ways to, not the only way, but one of the best ways to kind of put your foot down and say no to all the disruptions we have going on still out there. Won't get into all that because that's not what we're here for. We're here for really coming into ourselves, reconnecting, building up that coherence within ourselves. So let yourself feel into that strength that comes from that coherence. It's very strong right now. Really, it's very grounding. It's very anchoring. And gently open your eyes. Keep with that feeling and opening your eyes and notice the feeling as you look around and are aware of your environment. Let yourself breathe into that. Yeah, very nice place to be. Let's just sit for a moment to anchor that in for yourself as you're in this space and in that awareness of your physical environment. A very nice session today, guys. Thanks for joining in and making it what it is. You know, each moment, each session is different, and whoever shows up, you know, even during the live, definitely, and but also afterwards. Every time you can take a group, you take one person out of the group, or you put somebody different in, it changes the whole dynamic. So each time you're welcome, Kayla. Uh, so this is whoever's here right now. This is also part of your making because you're showing up and you bring a flavor to the dynamics, and the dynamics of what happens uh, is incorporated by incorporating all of that, everyone in here. So we all contribute. We all have play a part here. I'm facilitating and I'm kind of leading, and but we're all part of this. So very nice. Very nice session. So thank you all for stopping by. I just kind of let it be a chill ending here. And we'll be back next Wednesday, as always. So feel free to stop on back by for just connecting into yourself, connecting into, and through that deeper connection to yourself, deepening your connection with everything in existence. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time, whenever that next time is. Take care. And Glenna, thank you, Marianne, and everyone else here. It was a wonderful calming session. Very good. Good. I'm glad. And I feel like you kind of brought in that flavor. I don't know if that flavor from where you are kind of came up, and so that was nice. Thanks for stopping in. So take care, everybody.